Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Radical Model. Well, today is November 6th, and I want to reflect on the outcome of the 2024 election that was clinched this morning, and also share my 2 cents and also some impressions on where we are, where we're going to go from here now. Former President Donald Trump was declared the winner with a significant margin of victory in a historically significant win. And while I didn't vote for the guy, as I voted no preference, as you probably know from my previous videos, I nevertheless want to congratulate his supporters for turning out in droves to vote in record numbers to deliver this decisive victory, both in the Electoral College as well as the popular votes. That's the big surprise. Now, regardless of who we voted for, it's really crucial to recognize the importance of civility and respect that the democratic process was followed. Now, my friends who have asked me endlessly why I have been so adamant on the no preference vote, my protest vote was really to point out the glaring issues that have affected both the parties at a fundamental level since the Citizens United ruling back in 2010, namely the role of big money donors, corporations, as well as our first past the post election system that always leads into this two-party system with the inevitable choice of the lesser evil, which I'm really against. Until we tackle these 2 main problems in our politics and deliver significant campaign finance reforms, as well as a better electoral system, we'll be really forced to constantly spend billions of dollars per election focusing on nothing more than why Donald Trump is a fascist and why Kamala Harris. We didn't really hear much about why Kamala Harris and the Democratic platform really deserve to win this election during this election cycle, which really might be the reason why the Democrats lost, because they focused primarily on Trump's personality flaws, which everyone already knew since he was president for 4 years, and instead of painting a clear picture of their own nominee and why she should win, they basically ran a campaign against Trump instead of for something. It's just my opinion. And what's really shocking is that an estimated $15 to $20 billion was spent during this election cycle. To put that in perspective, that's equal to the entire GDP of countries like Albania or Haiti. When this kind of money is spent on a presidential election alone, now it becomes a financial race between these 2 candidates. And when money is the goal, strings are attached and behind the scenes deals and exchanges are made all the time in these types of situations that don't serve the interest of the average voter. This level of influence doesn't just affect elections, it warps our entire political ecosystem and concentrates power in the hands of the few with these types of resources, the big donors and the big corporations that will essentially control parties and candidates through these types of donations. The bottom line, well, we need to prioritize fixing the campaign finance system, which is a problem upstream if we hope to ever address the downstream effects of our everyday politics. In fact, the goal of this channel is to focus on all upstream issues instead of day-to-day politics, which is really downstream effects. Now, ending big money's grip on politics and introducing more choices into our political landscape isn't just about this election. It's about creating a healthier, more representative democracy for the long term. So whether you voted right, left, or no preference like myself, our work isn't over. In fact, it's just the beginning. It's essential that we stay active and also vigilant in pushing for these kinds of systematic reforms upstream, because improving the health of our republic really starts with each one of us speaking out and staying engaged. And as far as what Trump's administration will do, well, we'll probably have to wait and see. I mean, obviously, there's lots of campaign promises that are made by politicians during the campaign. It's usually just talk. To what extent he'll actually be successful in delivering such promises, no one really knows at this point. He'll likely change the U.S. foreign policy from its current kind of a neocon grip to his own brand of isolationism. But he's such an unpredictable personality that we'll just have to wait and see that as well. The Ukraine and the Middle East crisis and conflicts are both really two important points that he will probably directly exert some influence on, and we'll have to see how that works out. And we all hope that the result of all of that would be some long-lasting peace in the area. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. His policy towards China will also need to be evaluated once the rubber meets the road. What's the effect of all of these potential tariffs? He'll likely also focus on the illegal immigration problem first, domestically right here, and then other initiatives that he has in mind. Having secured the Congress as well as the Senate, he'll probably have more room to maneuver, and this might come out a little bit easier than previously thought. But how he chooses to make this opportunity work in his favor, and also how he can help bring the country together after this divisive election cycle, we'll simply have to wait and see once again. I wish him luck nevertheless, for the sake of all of us and the world. Thanks again, folks, for watching the Radical Moderate. I really appreciate you guys being here and also thinking critically about these issues with me. So let's keep this conversation going. Who did you support during this election and why? And what do you foresee in the next 4 years? Drop a line in the comments below. Until next time, stay balanced, stay moderate, and let's work together to improve this country.